Tonight I invite you to step beyond the world of appearances and enter the true realm of creation, your imagination. For what you see with your eyes is but the shadow, and what you accept in consciousness is the cause. If you came here yearning for the affection of one you call yours, if your heart burns with the desire to be loved deeply, I tell you now, the power to receive that love is not outside, it is already within you. You have been taught to wait, to chase, to hope, yet none of these bring the results you long for. For desire fulfilled is never found in the act of waiting. It is born in the assumption of already having. To attract your specific person is not to beg for their affection, but to live in the state where their love for you is absolute, unquestionable, and overflowing. Close your eyes for a moment and recognize the great secret I share with you. Imagination is reality. What you dare to assume in the quiet of your inner world is not a daydream, not a fantasy, but the seed of your tomorrow. Every image you hold with conviction, every scene you enter with feeling must take root and push itself into form. There is no exception to this law. You may look at the facts of the outer world and call them solid, unchangeable, but I tell you they are but shadows, projections of what you have consented to within yourself. Think of a memory. Perhaps yesterday you walked a certain street or spoke a certain word, and now, as you recall it, your mind plays it back. You feel it real once more, yet the body is seated here. That memory exists in imagination, and still you cannot deny its reality. If you accept a past event replayed in thought as real, why doubt the future scene you deliberately construct in your mind? It too is real, and once accepted, it awaits only the bridge of events to reveal itself outwardly. The world has trained you to call imagination mere fiction, yet everything you now touch, wear, or behold first lived in someone's imagination. The chair on which you sit, the clothes upon your body, the building you now stand within, all were imagined before they were seen. If this is true for objects, why would it not be true for love, for success, for companionship, for every desire of the human heart? I urge you to test this tonight as you rest your head upon the pillow. Let the last act of your conscious mind be a journey into the scene of fulfillment. Do not drift into sleep rehearsing what has gone wrong or how little has changed. Instead, close your eyes and place yourself in the wish already realized. Feel the reality of it so completely that you drift into slumber clothed in its atmosphere. For sleep is the gateway into the deeper mind, and what you take into that state is impressed upon the subconscious to be expressed as your waking life. Dare to believe that imagination is not idle play, but the power of God within you. When you speak inwardly to another, when you hear their voice reply in tones of affection, when you walk hand in hand with them in the secret place of your soul, you are planting living seeds. They do not remain buried. Life itself is compelled to bring them forth, for imagination creates after its own kind. Do not say, it has not yet happened, therefore it is not real. Instead declare, it is real because I have imagined it, and because I have felt it. Persist in that knowing, and watch the facts of life bend themselves to your inner conviction. For no outer obstacle can withstand the creative force of an assumed reality. What is seen is temporary. What is unseen is eternal. The outer world shifts like sand, but the inner world is the foundation upon which everything rests. To change your outer world, you need only change what you accept inwardly as true. Imagine boldly. Enter the scene that thrills your heart. Touch it, taste it, hear it, until you are convinced of its reality. Then let it go, trusting the unseen law to move all the pieces into perfect alignment. There is no power outside of your consciousness greater than the one within. The entire drama of your life unfolds from the state you occupy in imagination. Choose today to dwell in the state where love surrounds you, where joy overflows, where fulfillment is natural. Remain faithful to that inner vision, and it will not fail you. When the desire for love rises in your heart, do not treat it as something distant, as though it belongs to another time or another place. That longing itself is proof that fulfillment is already within reach. The great mistake many make is to remain in the state of waiting, in the state of hoping, when the only true power lies in the state of having. To attract love is not to plead, not to chase, not to wait upon chance, but to live inwardly in the certainty that you are already adored. You do not sit at the door of tomorrow begging it to open. You walk through it by assuming the feeling that what you desire is yours here and now. Imagine for a moment that what you seek is already accomplished. The mind will rebel at first, whispering, "But look, it is not yet visible." Yet ask yourself, when has anything ever appeared in your world without first being invisible? The seed beneath the earth is unseen before it bursts through the soil. The thought in your mind is unseen before it shapes your actions. So too, the love you crave must first be unseen, must first be felt within, before it can walk into the visible drama of your life. Let the state of fulfillment be the atmosphere in which you dwell. Close your eyes and enter the scene of being desired, cherished, wanted beyond measure. Hear the words spoken to you, not as hope, but as fact. Feel the arms wrapped around you, not as wish, but as certainty. The moment you accept that state as natural, you call into existence a chain of events that must bring it forth. Life cannot resist the conviction of one who already feels the end as real. You may ask, how can I feel fulfilled when the outer world shows me the opposite? I tell you, the outer world is the past in motion. What you see now is only the echo of yesterday's thoughts, yesterday's assumptions. To live in fulfillment is to refuse to be hypnotized by appearances. It is to look upon the lack and declare within yourself, "This is not my truth. My truth is already established in imagination, and there I rest." Persistence in that inner state is the secret. Do not flutter from one mood to another like a leaf in the wind. Hold yourself steady in the knowing that you are already loved. Each time the mind tempts you with doubt, gently return to the feeling of fulfillment. Picture it again. Hear the words again. Rest in the embrace again. With every return, you strengthen the reality of the unseen until it outweighs the illusion of the seen. When fulfillment becomes natural, when it feels more real to you than the old story of absence, then the world must conform. People, circumstances, and even chance events will rearrange themselves to reveal what you have already lived in imagination. You do not make it happen by force. You allow it to happen by faith. Faith is not blind hope. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Faith is living in the end before the end has yet appeared. So I ask you to dwell tonight in the state where you are already loved. Walk through your day with that quiet certainty. Smile as one who is adored. Speak as one who is chosen. Rest as one who is fulfilled. In time, the outer will catch up to the inner, and you will discover that what you assumed all along was never a dream, but the only true reality. There is one thing you must learn if you wish to see your desire unfold in this world: persistence. The moment you dare to assume that what you seek is already yours, the world will test you. Appearances will rise up and declare the opposite. Circumstances will seem fixed, and doubts will whisper, "It is not working." Yet if you turn back at the first sign of resistance, you reveal that you never truly believed. The law bends only to the one who stands firm in assumption, unmoved by what the senses report. When you assume the state of being loved, the seed has been planted. You may not see the sprout, but beneath the soil it is alive, it is pushing, it is inevitable. To dig it up each day, wondering if it grows, is to kill the process. To persist is to trust the unseen activity of life, to rest in the knowing that what is planted must be harvested. No force on earth can prevent the seed from becoming the tree if you leave it undisturbed in faith. The mind will try to argue. It will say, "But look, nothing has changed." That is the moment to exercise your divine authority. You declare within, though the outer denies it, "I remain faithful to the inner vision." You clothe yourself again in the state of fulfillment. You walk again in the scene of the wish realized. You allow yourself to feel again the joy of being chosen. This is persistence, not a frantic effort, not striving, but a calm, steady returning to the truth you have assumed. Every master of creation has known this secret. The outer world is slow to catch up, but it must catch up. The delay is not denial. The delay is only the time it takes for the invisible to harden into fact. If you persist in faith, the delay becomes the bridge. The events, the coincidences, the changes that lead you to the inevitable outcome. If you waver, if you abandon the state, then you wander between worlds and harvest confusion. Think of persistence as loyalty to your own inner vision. You are faithful to the end you have chosen, no matter what appears before you. Just as a lover remains devoted even in separation, so too must you remain devoted to the unseen reality of your fulfilled desire. This is the love affair that transforms the world. The love affair between you and your assumption. When you are steadfast, nothing can keep it from you. Do not measure the time. Do not count the days. Creation is timeless. The moment you assume, in that instant, it is done. The outer events are only the slow motion unfolding of what has already been declared within. To persist is to live with the patience of one who knows the harvest is certain. You would not sow seeds in the earth and cry the next morning, "Where is my field of wheat?" You would wait in confidence, for you know that growth is a process. So too with imagination. The results are sure if you hold fast. Let the world say what it will. Let appearances shout their lies. You remain unmoved, for you know a greater truth. Within you burns the power that shapes galaxies, that orders seasons, that brings to life every dream. You need only persist in the assumption that your love is real, your joy is real, your fulfillment is real, and because you persist, the world is compelled to make it so. You were never born to beg for love, nor to chase it as though it lives outside of you. The truth I speak tonight is simple. You are the source of the very love you desire. The secret is not in forcing another to turn their gaze toward you, but in becoming the one who is already cherished. The outer world is but a mirror, reflecting back the state you occupy within yourself. If you feel unworthy, the mirror shows rejection. If you feel adored, the mirror shows devotion. To embody love is to command love, not through effort, but through being. When you wake in the morning, do not rise with the thought, "When will I be chosen?" Instead, awaken with the conviction, "I am already chosen." Walk through the day as one who is treasured. Let your words carry the tone of one who is admired. Let your body move with the ease of one who is certain of affection. When you shift your identity, you shift the world that responds to you. Imagine yourself now as the embodiment of irresistible love. Feel the glow within your chest. Hear the compliments spoken to you. Sense the magnetic pull of your presence. This is no idle fantasy. It is the state of being that calls forth its likeness in the outer world. You cannot be unloved when you are love itself. You cannot be ignored when your very essence is radiant. The law of life demands reflection. Do not look to another to complete you, for you are already whole. The moment you declare yourself incomplete, you set the stage for longing and absence. But when you dwell in the fullness of love within, the outer world bows to that truth. People will sense it, circumstances will reveal it, and the very air around you will carry the fragrance of fulfillment. The world is always echoing the song you sing within. If you hum the tune of loneliness, loneliness answers. If you sing the melody of being adored, the chorus of life rises to meet it. Choose your song wisely. Sing only what you wish to hear. The secret is not to force another's heart, but to align your own heart with the truth that you are already adored beyond measure. In this state, you need not strive or push. You rest in the knowing of who you are. You become the version of yourself who is naturally loved, naturally desired, naturally chosen. And from this state, all must reflect that reality. For the mirror cannot resist. It must return the image you project. And when you project love, you live in a world where love is inevitable. So tonight, claim it. Step into the identity of one who is adored. Speak inwardly, as though the words of affection are already yours. Walk as though every eye admires you. Rest as though the arms of love surround you. This is not play acting. This is creation. By embodying the end, you summon the means. By living as though it were already done, you make it so. Never again see yourself as the seeker of love. See yourself as the fountain from which love flows. For when you embody love, the world cannot help but give you what you already are. In the journey of desire and fulfillment, the truth remains unshakable. Imagination is the only reality. When you dare to live in the end, to embody the state of already being loved, cherished, and chosen, the outer world must conform. Attraction is never about chasing, but about becoming. By persisting in your assumption, by resting in fulfillment, and by embodying love itself, you align with the divine law that cannot fail. This is not theory but practice, not hope but certainty. Whoever you long for, whatever connection your heart seeks, it is already yours the moment you claim it within. Hold that truth, persist with faith, and watch as life bends to your inner command. This speech is your reminder that you are the operant power. You do not beg, you do not wait, you create. Your imagination, your assumption, your unwavering faith shape the destiny you desire. Step boldly into the state of fulfillment, for love is already yours now. Thank you for listening with an open heart and an awakened mind. Your time, your presence, and your willingness to receive these words prove that you are ready to step into the life you have always imagined. Carry this truth with you. You are not a seeker of love. You are its source. I am grateful you shared this moment with me, and I trust you will walk forward clothed in certainty, embodying the reality of being fully loved, fully chosen, and fully fulfilled.